My name's Thomas. I am working full-time in the art industry. I work for a shipping logistics company, and I'm also a part-time graduate student at Hunter College in art history. Running around a lot, very busy, but I really like coming back here. I think that I've made it a very comfortable space and filled it with things that I like, or things that make me feel at home or connected to friends and family. This was is my first apartment out of college, and I'm moving soon to a smaller room, so I got to sort of figure out what I want to keep and what I need to get rid of. The hats are going to stay for sure. I got to keep the hats. Hats, I need them. I don't have a lot of hair. I actually just got this one from a friend of mine. It's a Baltimore Orioles cap. Maybe you picked up on that because of the orange bird. It's technically a different Orioles team that existed for a very short amount of time when the now Yankees, who were the Orioles, left Baltimore to be the New York baseball team. I've got a Phillies hat. I've got two from a team called the Brooklyn Tip Tops that played kind of in Park Slope or near the Gowanus, but a little bit of local living in Brooklyn pride. I've got two cat-themed hats. We got the Fort Worth Cats. People at first glance think it's a Chicago cap, but it's actually for a team called the Fort Worth Cats, which at the time that this hat was designed, they were a farm team for the Cubs. I made sure to wear this one or bring this one with me when I went to visit Chicago last year. And also I really like cats, so show my cat pride. This is probably one of my favorite caps and one I get the most comments on. Comments are either like, "Oh, what a cute cat," or "That's creepy." So, take your pick. I went to Mexico on a trip this March with 10 friends. It was my friend Emily's 30th birthday, and she's originally from the UK, and she invited a bunch of friends of hers from here, from there, friends who used to live there who have since moved. And we all met and rented a house in Isla Mujeres off the coast of Cancun. And it was just really great. I had known a couple of the people who were there before, but I made new friends. It was a really memorable trip, and everybody, I think, was very close at the end of it. But I got a luchador mask while I was there, specifically to show one of the managers at my office has one in his office, and I was going to show it to him. Be like, "Oh, look, I got one too." In college, I was an RA, resident assistant. At the beginning of each semester, you go a little bit early to the dorm to set it up for the students before they arrive, and also to get training or refresher training or yada yada. And I had a good number of friends who I had met before that became RAs at the same time as me. One of them is a friend named Kate Weigel. We met through our mutual friend Mary. Mary's another great good friend of mine. We met when we studied abroad in Berlin. And Kate was studying in Italy and the Florence campus. She came to visit Mary, and I met Kate through Mary when she was staying with Mary. But Kate and I went to RA training together, and they had a big party at Dave & Buster's. And I think it was around the time of Mary's birthday, but I just got this notion of oh, you know what? Let's win a prize. Let's combine our tickets, win a prize for Mary, and give it to Mary for her birthday. We didn't do so well, so we were only able to get enough points or get enough tickets to buy this motorcycle. And it's just, for whatever reason, I still haven't remembered to give it to Mary after all these years. Because that was 2012, and it's 2019. But I still have it. Mary, if you're seeing this, I owe this to you from Kate and myself for your birthday. Happy birthday. Adam went to Seattle, I think, and saw this at a flea market and bought it. And he told me that he didn't have a bag or anything with him when he bought it, so he just stuck it in his pocket and was walking around with it until he got back to his hotel room. I really love Sesame Street. The mouth, the gaping mouth is very unsettling, but also kind of funny. So I like it a lot. I have like old stationery and letters, and actually I have a box over there that is like all of the sort of paper. One is this paper plate. It says the Extra Mile Award, which is from Camp Viva. Camp Viva is a camp upstate for families affected by HIV or AIDS. The mission really is to have fun. So people come up, it's a week where they don't have to worry about day to day, they don't have to worry about the stigma of the disease. They can just be themselves and have fun. So it's structured like a summer camp. I was a camp counselor, which I had never been before. Really great. It's just such a wonderful community. So I'm doing it again this year, and I'm so excited to see people that I met and that I became friends with, and to meet new people and make new friendships. This is also the more formal certificate that they made for me later. This is the one that they made for me when I was there. They'd give everybody a little superlative, and mine was for going the extra mile, because I guess I did a good job, even though it was my first time doing it. It meant a lot to me to be recognized like that. And then this is a pizza. It is an arts and crafts project that I made MLK weekend this year at my friend Hajira's daughter's 3rd birthday, which was at Chuck E. Cheese in Harlem. Kids go crazy for Chuck E. Cheese. I think what's fascinating is that they give no backstory. There's no origin story for Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese just exists. And I think because, they make such a big deal out of me being Chuck E. Cheese, the kids kind of just buy into it immediately. They're like, oh, yeah, I should be excited about Chuck E. Cheese too. And then they just go crazy. So it was fun to kind of be at a birthday party like that. Oh, hey, welcome to my apartment. It's been a couple months, right? But welcome. So I have not additions, but reconfigurations in this apartment, or in this room specifically. In the last apartment, I had this high table as a breakfast bar in the kitchen. My friend Guido made it when he first moved back to New York. He and his partner Emily are both really, really, really good friends of mine, and we shared a lot of time in their old apartment in Crown Heights together. And when they moved, they were getting rid of a lot of stuff, and they were moving into a bigger apartment they were really excited about. So the breakfast bar didn't make so much sense for them, and he was going to sell it on Craigslist or get rid of it. And I said, hey, I'll take it off your hands. So I did, and put it in there, and it was really nice to sort of have that something that a friend of mine made, and have it be something that I see every day. And here, I think it works really well too as a standing desk. So this is a drawing that my friend Mary, who I spoke about earlier, made for me, close to the beginning of our friendship. It was when we were both studying in Berlin, and I forget exactly, there wasn't a particular instance of why, but my friends like to tease me, and then my response is always pretending to be hurt. Be like, oh, why would you say that? Oh, and so they accused me of being a delicate flower, oh, Tom is a delicate person, delicate flower, and my friend Mary is an artist, and she was just feeling creative, and she actually made a lot of these really great watercolors of all of her friends, and she drew this one of me. And it said, as a delicate flower, and then said, pollinate me. Be careful though, I'm a delicate flower. And it's hard to see from here, but there's red dripping down from the words delicate flower. She came over to the old apartment before I moved, the week that I was supposed to be packing. And I was telling her about this project, and then I remembered the motorcycle. So I finally gave her the motorcycle, and she laughed so hard. She really appreciated the fact that I had held onto it for 8-ish years, 7 to 8 years, to give it to her. And I was really glad that I had found it when we did this project, and that I remembered to give it to her because it meant a lot. I think that and this are signs of how friendships are solidified not by like the value or the quality of gifts. I mean, I would argue that Mary's gift to me is of much higher quality than a motorcycle that somebody won at Dave and Buster's. But it's the act of gift giving as a symbol of friendship, as like as an object or a record of that transmission is really neat. And I think that's one thing that adds value to things that otherwise wouldn't have value. I hope you liked the video, the little tour, the old apartment, this apartment. Don't forget to like and comment on the video. You like the apartment? You like the video? You should say something nice. If not, then I guess you could do that too. And if there's anything that you want, that you liked in my apartment, leave a comment. It could be for sale.